Why, hello there. I didn't see you there. My name is Timothy Drake Wayne, and it has come to my attention that some citizens of Gotham and Metropolis, and just the internet in general, have come under the impression that the Wayne family is full of cool, calm, collected, trustworthy, and just full-on, well-rounded individuals. I'm here to tell you that that's not the case at all, and that they're all a bunch of disastrous human beings. It is my duty as the middle child to collect all this information and then share it with the internet where it can never be deleted. Also, they've been kind of pissing me off lately this week, so that's on them. So without ado, let's spill some motherfucking tea, sis. Let's start off with the head of the Wayne family, shall we? The patriarch, Bruce Wayne, Gotham's most eligible bachelor. The somewhat airheaded, but ultimately good-meaning playboy is, he's the head of the family. He has however many children. Surely must be responsible at home, and he's just putting on an act up front, and surely he must be competent in some areas. No, he's not. He's very much not. The man cannot cook, the man cannot clean, the man can barely function just in a day. If we did not have our trusty butler, Alfred, if we didn't have him, I don't think Bruce would have made it this far into adulthood. Because I think he would have killed himself doing something really fucking stupid. Alfred left for a week. He had to go, well, not really a week. He had to go on vacation because, you know, labor laws. And Bruce barely made it. I came down one morning for breakfast to find him holding a frozen waffle and staring at the toaster. I was in the kitchen for 5 minutes. I didn't say anything. Bruce didn't say anything. Bruce did not look away from the toaster. I asked him if he needed help. He grunted. So I left. I left for 2 minutes. Next thing I knew, there was smoke coming out of the kitchen. The toaster wasn't on fire. The coffee maker was. How? No one knows. No one knows. No one knows. You leave that man in a kitchen alone for 2 minutes, and everything is on fire. He also sleeps with his eyes open, which is really fucking creepy. I don't know if you've ever come down to your manor, you know, like everyone has, you know, our manor. If you've ever come down to the manor in the middle of the night to get some water, to see your adopted father laying on the couch, staring up at the ceiling with his dead, lifeless eyes wide open, it's pretty freaky. So ladies, just remember that little tidbit whenever you imagine a night with Bruce Wayne. Imagine you waking up in the middle of the night to him just looking at you. He also doesn't know what real things cost. He's been a billionaire for his whole life. He just kind of throws money at things and hopes it fixes it. I asked him for some money for some chips and some pop one time because I was out of money, and I was like, oh, I'll borrow some. He gave me $50, and he did not ask for change. When I came back home, he asked me if that was enough. So anyone looking for a sugar daddy, I mean, he's there. That's enough tea on Bruce, is it? Shall we move on to the oldest child, the eldest, Dick Grayson, who is a police officer. I don't know why. I don't know who let him be a police officer, but he's a police officer. So surely he must be responsible. He's a fun-loving guy, but ultimately, deep down, he's a good-hearted big brother who kind of has his life together. That is all a fucking lie, and don't you believe it for a second. First of all, terrible fashion sense. Worst fashion sense of the family, and that is including the, 8-year-old we got running around. Anytime you have seen him in public dressed nice, he was either dressed by his boyfriend of the time, his girlfriend of the time, or Alfred. Sometimes all three at the same time, because that man has the worst fashion sense I've ever seen. Just terrible. It's the worst. I don't think you understand how bad it is, but it's pretty bad. He also cannot cook to save his life. Stayed at his apartment one weekend. No, that's a lie. Take it back. He can cook. He just shouldn't. because he puts together things that shouldn't be put together. I stayed at his apartment for one weekend and he made Oreo soup. I couldn't tell you what was in it. I assume Oreos because of the name. Didn't taste like Oreos. It still haunts me because he won't tell me what was in it because it's a secret recipe. And it still haunts me to this day that I don't know what was in that soup. Also, and everyone who think that he is smooth and suave and all that stuff, I just want you to know that he practices pickup lines in the mirror with his shirt off. And he made himself blush once. Very weird to walk in on. I'm a strange family. I could go on about Dick all day, but I won't. Let's move on to Jason Todd, who, he's an interesting fella. Interesting fella, isn't he? Jason would probably be the most well-rounded of the family, and he would probably throat punch me if I said that, because for some reason it's an insult in our family. But just because he's the most well-rounded or well-functioning, no, that doesn't mean anything. Well, the most well-functioning person in the Wayne family, that's like being the tallest dwarf. You know, it's an accomplishment, but not that great of one. Jason is an absolute fucking nerd. Anyone who thinks I'm the nerd of the family, I dare you to look at Jason. He is the biggest nerd I've ever seen. He's memorized nearly every one of Shakespeare's plays. He has very strong opinions about Greek mythology, and very strong opinions about just every mythology in general. He's read nearly every classic, and has written papers on all of them. He's not even in college anymore. He just likes to write. Because he has opinions that he needs to let out. He's also a hoarder, so he hoards all these books, and he, like, keeps them all, like, you just open a closet, and you just cascade of books on you. But he doesn't only hoard books, he finds one thing that he likes, and he has to hold all of it, as many as he can, in his tiny little gremlin hands. CDs and records of his bands, hoards those all the time. It's annoying. Also, for all of you who believes his image that he only listens to classic rock, he once listened to Carmel Dawson 3 weeks on repeat after I showed it to him, thinking that he would hate it because I thought it'd be funny. No, he genuinely enjoyed it. He did not do the dance, though, which is a shame, because if he did, I would have immediately gotten it on video and showed it with you all, but alas, we can only hope. What was it? He's a hoarder. He's a decent cook. He also just won't swear around children, though. I don't know why. He just refuses. Swear around everyone else. Will not swear around anyone under the age of 12. Because doesn't want their tiny minds to have a bad influence. A child once said fuck around him, and he got so red so fast, and it was really fucking funny. So you could tell he wanted to say something to that child, but that child was also not his, and not part of his family. He was in the middle of a park. It was really funny. Yeah, he's a big old softy. He's probably going to throat punch me because I'm saying this, but he's a big old softy. He once cried because he saw a bunny that was really, really small. He started crying because it was too small. Called me up in tears and said, "Tim, how do you take care of a bunny?" I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's in tears going, "Tim, how do you take care of a bunny?" Voice cracked and all. So that's the big bad Jason Todd, who wears leather jackets and rides motorcycles. Big old nerd. And cries over bunnies. So now let's move on to Cassandra. Cassandra Wayne. Wayne. The most mysterious of the Wayne family. The only girl. So surely she must have some sensibilities. Absolutely fucking not. Oh my god. That girl. I think she's the most insane out of all of us. But in a rational way. She rationalizes her insanity. It's kind of interesting to watch. But yeah, she does just crazy, the most insane, stupid shit just to see if she can. Backflip off building? Yeah, sure, let's see. Jump on a motorcycle while it's going? Yeah, I wanted to see if I could get it done. Trying to climb a building like Spider-Man, but without Spider-Man powers? wanted to see if it was realistic. There's a fucking... Yeah, she does all that stuff because, you know, she's so great and all that cool stuff. But she's also, like, really stupid. Like, she can be really stupid sometimes. She routinely runs into doors because she's daydreaming about something. Like, it's kind of amazing to watch. You just see her just walking down a hallway with this just look in her eyes, and you can tell she is gone. And you just kind of watch as her walks closer and closer to the door. Just kind of runs straight into it. And she backs up and she glares at the door, like, for getting in her way. She just keeps on her merry way. Yes, I've seen this a lot. Yes, I had the opportunity to stop her. No, I did not. She also chipped her tooth eating a marshmallow once. I don't know how. We're all just sitting, eating marshmallows straight out of the bag. And all of a sudden, you hear a loud crunching noise. And you look over, and with just this dead look in her eyes, she opens her mouth, reaches in, and just pulls out, like, a little sliver of white. And that was her tooth. She refuses to go to the dentist to get it fixed because... I don't know. I don't know what goes on in her head. I don't know, man. Where are we on? How many do we have left? Does he have any more kids? Ah, yes. Yes. Damian Wayne, the newest addition to the Wayne family. The little one. I'm sorry, I have to look around whenever I say that because you call him the little one in his presence and it gets dangerous. He is the definition of a little shit. He sometimes pretends that he doesn't speak English so he doesn't have to talk to people that he doesn't want to talk to. That includes reporters, that includes strangers, that includes family. Sometimes you're talking to him and he just spouts out some Arabic or French or Japanese or any of the like 10 other languages he knows, and you have to look him straight in the eye and go, Damien, I know you speak English, and he'll just look at you and just keep going and walk away. I'm like, alright, I feel vaguely insulted, but that's how I always feel when talking to Damien. You see him as this like serious little kid. He has absolutely terrible bedhead. It's kind of hilarious. He will fall asleep on the couch for like a nap, even though he insists that he doesn't take naps, because, you know, he's not a baby. But he takes naps. He'll take a nap for 5 minutes, wake up, his hair is trying to leap off his head. It's kind of great. It's actually the best thing I've ever seen, and I do have pictures. I'm not going to share them with the internet, though, because I would like to wake up alive tomorrow morning. I'm going to leave you this one little tidbit of Damian Wayne. He sneezes like a kitten. And then he gets mad because people say he sneezes like a kitten. And it's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. And yes, that is the tea on the Wayne family. Besides me, of course. Besides me and Alfred. You guys want some fucking tea on Alfred? Alfred Pennyworth, the butler, the man that holds the Wayne family together. You want some tea on that man? Too bad I'm not going to give you any because it doesn't exist, and also Alfred is a god amongst us mortals. He is the only reason my family has kept it together for as long as it has. So you will not be getting any tea on that man. Speaking of tea, there's no tea in this cup. It's water. It's too warm to be eating. It's too warm to be consuming tea, but I wanted the aesthetic, so. Now if I wake up tomorrow morning and one of my limbs is missing, it was Damien.